Hello there guys and welcome back to the spring cleaning video. No, but welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about spring cleaning. Now tomorrow before offers go live, I will definitely make another video reminding people not to go overboard. But most importantly, what you need to know about this game is that you can always catch up, and this game effectively has insanely high inflation on virtually anything and everything that you're going to see tomorrow. A good example is whatever money you spent on past Cyber Weekend, would get you significantly more in the spring cleaning, and same goes for virtually every next set of offers. There was a time in game when Tier 2 Alpha cost $100, and now we wouldn't pay $5 for a Tier 2 Alpha. So, just keep that in mind. That said, let's talk about what we can figure out about spring cleaning 2024, or poolies, or however it's going to be called. So make predictions always based on the previous large set of offers. So we do have effectively 3 big sales type of days or weeks now. Used to be days, now they are weeks. But basically we have spring cleaning, we have July the 4th, and we have Cyber Weekend. Obviously there's also a gifting event, but it's kind of like different format. But typically, when you look at the total amount of value that you can find in the game, you're best looking at the previous big sale. So Cyber Weekend deals were relatively modest compared to previous July 4th, because previous July 4th was virtually game-breaking. In previous July 4th, you could purchase all the progress at the top end that the biggest and most dedicated players, worked for 7-8 years for. I don't think we're going to see quite that level. I do think we're going to end up somewhere in the middle. I do think the Cyber Weekend offers will give you more bang for your cash I think spring cleaning will give you more bang for your cash than previous Cyber Weekend did. It's not going to be as crazy as July 4th. But keep in mind, we still not have seen any 7-star awakening gems in the game, and I'll go into my prediction for that situation in a bit. Also, Web Store has started to affect in-game bundle limits, so total spend should not be as high as it was in the previous Cyber Weekend, which was one of the biggest worries because Kabam releases, a limit of 4 Odins. Previously, you could double it up and you could buy effectively 8 Odins, and all the offers doubled. Now, Kabam has resolved that with some of the last offers that they have been putting out, and that means the total spend, it's still going to be a lot, realistically, but it's not going to be in the territory that Kabam allowed people to spend in Cyber Weekend, which is like 2K plus. Right. There have been no unit offers in past for spring cleaning sales, cash only. This is another thing. If you do have a whole bunch of units, I still recommend sticking with them, because July 4th is not that far away. Realistically, it's only 2 months away. Right? About 2 months. So July 4th will be the time to cash out on your saved units. However, there will be no unit offers likely, or at the very least, none of the spring sales has had unit participation. Always strictly cash and the bits that you get for as free-to-play player. Now, we know for a fact that free-to-play players will have the chance to earn 10k Titan shards and 2 Tier 4 Alphas for Valiant. I believe it was 15k 7-star shards and 1 Tier 4 Alpha for Paragon players. Made a whole separate video about it not too long ago, but we basically know that any player will be able to get maximum of 900,000 poolies for free if you do all the events and milestones and login calendars and everything else. And that will effectively be enough for one of these bundles that they advertised, which, does have 2 Tier 4 Alphas in for Valiants, 1 Tier 4 Alpha for Paragons, and then, 4 to 5 gem for Thronebreakers around it. This will be the first major sale with Valiant tier offers, which is why I think that there will be fairly significant influx. Because previously on the Cyber Weekend offers, there was just like a special Valiant offer, but even that was relatively modest. So because now Valiant tier will exist, and obviously that is going to be one of the bigger kind of selling points. A lot of Thronebreakers and paragons will be able to progress there further. You will be heavily encouraged to become valiant and then purchase some offers as well. So you can definitely look forward to that. But yeah, first major sale with valiant offers should also indicate that there should be quite a bit of more value as well. In past, spring cleaning has been used to introduce new chase items, and this is one of the most significant kind of points, because new tiers progression have started in spring cleaning historically. They never sold a flat-out rank up. With the next level progression, typically in the game, has always been where you get a chunk of these catalysts or materials in spring cleaning, and then over the course of next 4 to 5 months, you kind of get to do that rank up. And obviously, spring cleanings, I definitely know that it was first time we saw tier 6 CC. No, I'm actually quite sure it was also first time we saw tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic. So for pretty much everything, spring cleaning is kind of like the beginning of the next progression level. And I do suspect that we're going to see like tier 7 basic or something like that in spring cleaning offers too, which will obviously and inevitably be significantly overpriced. There will likely be a special crystal containing 7-star versions of Quicksilver, Moleman, Longshot, Corvus, Omega Red, and Omega Sentinel. This is something that they did for Cyber Weekend as well, also for some other events like Gifting Event, where they released this special exclusive crystal. And then for quite a while, there will be no other chances to acquire these champions as 7 stars. For instance, you got lucky, you got yourself 7-star Shocker. That's it. 7-star Shocker cannot be obtained in any other way at the moment in the game. Similar to, obviously, Sandman, Professor X, a handful of other champions. And I must say that this selection of champions definitely is a lot more attractive. In between Quicksilver, I wouldn't mind pulling that. Moleman, absolutely would not mind that. Longshot and Corvus, neither. Omega Sentinel also has 7-star. I think she would regain quite a bit of popularity. And Omega Red, obviously, that's kind of like a Mega Whale piece project, I'd say. There will also likely be Paragon crystal versions of these crystal thrown items. Because that is also every single time Kabam kind of makes these special crystals, they typically also tend to release kind of like Paragon crystals with a chance of these champions for 7 stars. Now we have like super mythical Paragon crystal versions or something close to that. But basically, I do think we're going to be able to get like, 6, 7 of these 7-star crystals if you kind of whale out. And then you're probably going to be able to get lucky with these Paragon crystals as well. I don't think Kabam is going to specifically force anybody to chase them. I think we're going to see them added in the offers. Slightly said to be the single biggest day of expanding 7-star rosters, because I do think that we're going to see like 7, 8 these special 7-star crystals that we can get in bundles or with cash offers. And then I do think we're going to see a plethora of regular 7-star crystals, Titan shards, 7-star base selector, I think, is likely going to make a return. 7-star Nexus is likely going to make a return as well, which we saw for in 8.4 awards. So I do think that there's going to be, very big amount of 7 stars that people can obtain should you choose to spend your money in this event. And I do think we are likely to see potential for 5, 6 new rank 3 7 stars, most likely, if you whale out. Because if Kabam is giving away 2 tier 4 alphas for free players, effectively, that's 66% of a rank 3. Typically, Kabam again sells way more than they are willing to let people earn or get for free. So I think in total we genuinely should be. I would be surprised if we see less than 5 rank 3s, let's say. Maybe I'll end up being surprised, but that is what I'm thinking is going to happen throughout the spring cleaning. Well, there's a whole lot of 1 to 2, 4 to 5, 1 to 2 gems, obviously, 4 to 5 gems for 6 stars, dust for multiple Ascensions. I think there's going to be all of that in abundance as well, like there always is, without doubt. Now, moving further, 7-star signature stones have become available since the last big sales. We have seen them in some special offers. We have seen them in Act 8. We have seen them in Winter of Woe. And that effectively means that they're guaranteed to make a return here. If I would have to guess, I would say that they're going to put up like 50, 60 7-star signature stones here for sale. But who knows what's going to be the total amount. But I do think it's quite 7 stones that we're going to see a fairly significant amount of 7-star signature stones, because again, they have been around now for a bit. This will also be, this will more than likely also have 1 to 2 7-star awakening gems. And I do think that there is a solid chance that we might get, one class, one generic, or only a class gem. I don't know exactly, but I would be extremely, extremely surprised looking at everything in the game and where the game's headed if we do not get a 7-star awakening gem in these sales. Seems like time to bring it. To be honest, I kind of expected or thought that they could have introduced it with Act 8. Necropolis might have been a bit too early, but this, again, I would be genuinely surprised if we do not see a single 7-star awakening gem within these sales. And then obviously Relics stuff is set to make a return. It's kind of like a pesky thing that we can't really get away from. On the bright side, Kabam has kind of learned not to mix Relic stuff with the rest of the items too much. So I do think that when it comes to Relics, I think it's going to have a separate cash offers, Reliquary or whatever they were calling it in the previous 2 sales already. And I do think that also in the store where we're going to spend our poolies, we are going to have like dedicated bundles for, specifically people who are chasing relics and wanting to rank them up. Obviously, we have seen now relic rank up gems, we have seen relic awakening gems, and all that stuff. So more than likely that we're going to see more of it as well. And that is what I think is going to happen in spring cleaning. Obviously, these are just, my thoughts, my expectations, where I could see it realistically going. It's not necessarily what I wish, not necessarily what I would absolutely hate to happen. It's just, kind of like what I can see Kabam doing with this spring cleaning event. Let me know what are your thoughts. Are you excited? And I'm going to catch you guys soon. Bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have already